Welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. We're going to our haunted house level to see all the Boo Buddies.
And I believe another callback to Mario World with the background music.
Yay!
Yeah, maybe just a tad tight in the pants when I.
The Mario World Ghost House is fine and all, but honestly, I prefer the ghost music from Galaxy 1 to it because it's got a more it's spooky.
The waltz.
The waltz. It's spooky, but it also has a more consistent melody. In this, it's just kind of background noise, which is fittingly eerie, but I'll always prefer a song that has an actual melody I can come along to something that's just there to be background noise. So
I think it worked as menacing in Mario World. For Galaxy 2, I will agree, you needed something a little more grandiose for the 3D space. And
no, there's something to the right that I don't remember what it is, but it's something.
This level is like George Jetson's nightmare.
Wait, you mean we gotta walk?
The conveyor belts are going backwards, sideways, every way but forward.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I kind of forget. What was Jetson's boss's name again?
Rocket? Spacely Space Rocket?
Spacely? Something like that? Yeah. I wanted to say Slate, but that's Flintstones.
I haven't seen anything Jetsons related since the Flintstones crossover.
Why cross them over when they're essentially the same show? They're the exact same show.
Yeah, but one's in the Stone Age, one's in space.
That's part of the appeal of a crossover. You know, you get to have fun with the similarities and the contrasts.
The only
contrast being is that one's in the future and one's in the past.
No, well, yeah, more or less. At that point, the creativity well was just drying up.
I mean, the Jetsons had, Rosie. Flintstones didn't have any sort of butler.
True. Well, the Flintstones did have two different families, I guess, but it was all the same sort of Hanna-Barbera kind of jokes. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember this comment metal making me kind of shit my pants a little bit. Not that it was hard, it just made me nervous.
You wimp.
It made me think that, wait, am I missing a power-up at some sort? Do I get something to get that coin? Because, a 3D land, love doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Better. Oh, you didn't come into this level with the Tanuki leaf? Oh, well, stinks to be you then. That was 3D land.
Although, to be fair, the only time I ever really ran into a collectible sort of thing that I couldn't get my first time through was a switch that required a specific kind of character to hit. Because I was always Peach my first time through a level.
Yeah.
But of course, there's a Toad button here, a Mario button, a Luigi button. Yeah. So at that point, you just go, "Dow!"
And levels weren't really very long to begin with. It still grated on your nerves.
Yeah.
I like the Bulberry and all, but this was essentially just this. We already had this gimmick in Galaxy 1, basically, where the floor only exists.
But that kind of goes without saying with Galaxy 2, Ted.
Yeah, and
it is kind of a numbered sequel.
Yeah. I know someone in the comments is trying to tell me right now, but you can just push start on another controller and have the character pop in. I didn't have another controller when I played through 3D World the first time. I just had
you son of a bitch! I was alone.
Well, okay, since I've only when I was a kid, I got most of my games from my parents as birthday and Christmas gifts, so I wasn't I only really started buying my own controllers once I went to college, and they were like, "No, pay for your own shit." So, have controllers always been so goddamn expensive, or is it? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. It's more accurate to say they were probably more expensive when $60 was worth more. But
nowadays, yeah, they cost about as much, if not a little more, depending on an anniversary. Than games, because I remember PS2 controllers being around $30-$35 tops. That's as much as you were getting. Now PS4 controllers go for about as much as a game.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to find that fucking PlayStation 4 20th anniversary controller.
On the other hand, games themselves have only gone up in price very slowly over time, even though inflation has been, quite a bit faster than that price rise.
To an extent, because back during 16-bit days, cartridges were $60 to $70.
Yeah.
Even
Depending
more
on how much
so.
they shoved into the game.
But they only
yeah,
went down
even
to
more
like
so-
50 when you got to CDs.
Yeah, it went down to 50 when we got the CDs, and now it's slowly going back
Yeah,
up because I think production costs are going up.
Well, it only went back up when we hit the PlayStation 3 and 360 era.
Yeah, because the
And
Wii.
it went up by $10.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
Wii was still $50, and then the Wii U
Yeah.
is now 60. Thankfully,
and-
handheld games are, I think,
Handheld
40
games are a
is-
bit cheaper, yeah.
Well, I know for 3DS, it's 40 is the standard. You occasionally get a $50 thing, like Shin Megami Tensei 4, I think, is 50.
No, I would say 30 is the standard. Because
No, it's
the only ones
mostly
I've
40
seen,
from what I've
the only
seen.
ones I've seen really 40 are RPGs.
It's so weird though, because video game prices they just have a flat number, right? Completely, independent of whatever currency you're using, whatever the inflation rate is, or what the dollar or pound or whatever or euro is actually worth, because it's $60 in the US. It's what, 60 euros?
It's $7,000 in
Europe?
Australia.
It's just 60 whatever, to my knowledge, and that means that, going by currency, games are a lot more expensive in Europe than they are over here.
Yeah, well,
even
who
though
cares
the
about
number
those
is
guys?
exactly the same.
Yeah. I would say it goes as close as Canada. They also get charged more.
Which is
Well,
kind
I
of
mean-
dumb, because it's literally the same exact game in Canada that we get in the US. They're still in NSCT, I think, region.
TSC.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody's
They-
got to pay for that free healthcare.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing about that is they could undercut their own prices by importing from here if they could get it without, a massive shipping charge.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
then again, all those European fucks also
Oh,
get way more
fuck this
amiibos,
thing.
so...
Oh, come on.
Oh, physics, you say? According to the laws
Yeah.
of gravity and momentum, I should fall off the ledge, but that would make your life easy, so...
Yeah,
Nah.
I'm gonna say this level was a headache.
This level's a headache in the prankster comment.
Like, it wasn't
Because-
hard, it was just annoying.
Is this the only rolling ball level until the very end?
I think so.
Before
Because-
Rainbow Road.
Yeah, because I know in Galaxy 1 they've got the one in, like, the terrace or the fountain dome, and then the one for the green stars, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
wait, never mind, I forgot. It's the Freeze Flame Galaxy comment, I think, also has one. A rolling section as well, although I thought that one was pretty fun.
Isn't the general rule of 3 when it comes to gimmick stages?
You'd think so, but...
No. Actually, because the Manta Ray level only had 2.
Yeah, the Manta Ray, and there was, I think, a third bubble section as well.
Beat Blocks Galaxy. I dig this concept.
I dig
actually
this
really
concept
liked
when
this level.
I dig this concept when I first saw it in Galaxy 2, but I'm kind of sick of it now because it's in every 3D Mario game since.
Well, I like what 3D World did with it too. Though no, I can't listen to the soundtrack without thinking of porn music. So.
Well, it's funny. People made over the last 10 years or so I've been on the internet, people have always made porn music jokes in association with certain kinds of music, and over time I just started associating them with the words porn music, even though I don't know what porn music actually sounds like.
Well, if you're watching good porn, it doesn't even have any music in it, because if there's porn music, that means that there's a story, and fuck watching that.
Okay.
I watch it for the articles. Don't you mean read it for the articles? No.
And that now that I'm thinking about it, it's like half the things I know about porn, I know from people making jokes about porn that I have no first-hand experience with. For example, the porn stash.
Well,
It's like
that was more of a 70s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So-
I know that, but I only know that because people make jokes about it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, but that's just how magnificent those stashes
oh
were.
wait, Ryan, you
Damn it,
figured
Tom
out.
Selleck.
Ryan, you figured out that the trick to never dying in these stages is walking on the ledge between the middle ones.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's because there's no time between the hitboxes spawning and unspawning for you to actually fall. So if you're standing, just pixel perfect between the two... Wait, not even pixel perfect. I think you've got a couple pixels worth of space, so it's not actually that hard. You'll never fall.
I don't.
But it's only... It's only the top of the block that will catch you. So if you're standing between them and they're like off level, you will fall.
I just realized the Comet Coin pickup sound is a bit of a remix of the Red Coin pickup theme from Sunshine.
Oh,
What an odd thing to bring back.
man, that was something I wanted to be reminded of. Red coins.
Well, better red coins than blue coins.
Dude. there's
Yeah,
so
I
many-
know there was way too many of them in Sunshine. I'll agree with you there, but it's like, come on, we're talking about the lesser of two evils.
How about we just play Mario 64 instead?
Okay, but I kind of need a better camera.
I'd put up with Mario 64's worse camera than all of Sunshine's bullshit any day of the week, personally.
You can even get stars by only pressing the button half the time.
Oh yeah, you just got to use interdimensional physics. No big deal.
But you can do it.
But do you have time to discuss parallel universes today? Man, ever since that video's been published, that's everyone's been talking about 64. But did everyone actually watch the entire video?
I've watched an A press is an
Yeah.
A press. You can't say it's only half. Well then, TJ Henry Yoshi.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
And I'm not sure. I
Oh,
want to.
somebody link Lewis at the end of the part.
Basically, this guy is doing not a speed run, but an A button run where he's trying to beat Super Mario 64 by pressing the A button the least amount of times possible. So he does a specific run for a star in half of an A button press. And now you might be asking, how the hell do you do half of an A button press? This guy gets really, really personal when you question him about this.
Okay.
It's something else. I'll leave it at that. It's like a 26-minute long video.
Yeah, well,
So
like,
another
discussing-
day then.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, discussing how it works, but like, holy Christ, man! I mean,
it's- the 26
just beat the 26 minutes you spent explaining that to me. I can beat the level like 15
Dude, he
times doing it
spends
normally.
he spends 12 hours running out a wall to build up enough speed to do his interdimensional warp tricks. 12 hours!
Oh, jeez.
It's a slowly cooked method, but it's gonna taste so good when it comes out of the oven.
Oh, these little pieces of shit. I hate these guys. I'm glad you do too, Ryan.
I remember this.
So we're back in Fuzzard's level, but now we got a race. Which, Fuzzard's one thing. I never found the race as hard because it's a straightforward objective.
It's
Well,
getting the stuff as opposed to going fast.
Yeah, collecting shit with Fuzzard is the thing I hate the most with these levels. But a straightforward race is nothing too bad.
Yeah, as long as you don't run into anything, you don't have anything to worry about.
Well, yeah, because...
I forget what happens if, like, Mario hits the ground.
He bounces, I
Yeah,
think.
he bounces and takes damage.
Oh, he takes...
Bounces, takes damage, slows down, so it's...
I would have liked that as a
annoying.
little detail. Like, he got a flat patch of grass or mountainside, and Mario just, like, runs alongside it to, like, take off again. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun, I think, actually. Like, if you could do that, too. Like, you land on the ground, you run a little bit, then jump to gain a little bit
Yeah.
of height. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
You know what Mario needs? He needs a fucking parkour system.
How about no?
If we want to get technical, Mario World sort of did it first.
I'd
With
say
those
Mario
little triangle smiley faces that let you run up the side of pipes and walls. That's
I'd-
parkour, right? Walking on walls.
Well, I'd say Mario 64 with its wall jump shenanigans and, like, the side jump, the triple jump is the most parkour feeling you'd ever get in a Mario game.
Yeah.
Oh man, we went through an entire Fuzzard level with no Skyward Sword tangents. I'm impressed.
Yay.
Is that the sound of Ryan running into a rake?
Oh wait, we're on the bottom of the starship, which means that they're going to introduce a new little buddy that's going to hang out on the starship and we're never going to talk to again.
I.e. freeload.
I kinda, well, slightly like this. The collectibles, basically. Like, as you go through the game, you get souvenirs. Some of them living, some of them dead, of the different places you've gone and the missions you've done.
I'd like them more if they just said something interesting. Is all. They all kind of just repeat the same stuff. So,
Welcome to being an NPC.